Hello saxo friends, Cajun here, the Sax Habit Coach, and welcome to Tech Tuesdays. Now in this video, I am going to show you how you can loop any song, how you can slow down any song. Now, you can do it in any DAW that you're using, right? Like Audacity or Pro Tools or Logic or GarageBand, all of those. But it's more technical doing it that way. And then you can also download an app from your app store, whichever phone you are using or device. However, there is an absolute easier way to do this. And so I'm going to jump over to my computer now and show you just how you can loop any song that you are seeking to learn and how you can slow it down and change the pitch all in one place very quickly, very easily. So let us jump over to my computer screen as I show you how to get that done. Alright guys, so basically I'm going to open up Google Chrome, which I'm using here. Now you can use any browser that you want to use, whether you're using Firefox or you're using Chrome, it doesn't matter. And so I'm going to type in time stretch, and I'll leave a link below in the description so that you can just click and get there instead of typing it out. Alright, so basically this is the URL that I use, and when I'm here, I'm going to open up a track, right? And so let me grab this track here. And so we have our track here. Let me just take this off. All right, so basically you have these different options here. This is to change the speed over here, so you can slow down your song, you can change the pitch, you can tune, and then of course you can loop, right? So let me just put this back to where it was before, and let's demonstrate this. All right, so here we have our song. Let me play a little part and then we're going to loop it. So let's say you wanted to learn that first part there. All you'd have to do is go to this bracket, right? And then adjust the bracket to where you want the loop to start, and then you go to the left bracket and you adjust that to where you want it to end. So let's say you wanted to learn that first phrase right there, okay? You just loop that, and so you use your slider to just slide this over here to get it to loop. But then what if it's too fast? If it's too fast, then you can go down here and change the speed, right? So that way, when you're learning to play a melody, when you're learning to play a song, it's very easy to figure out what notes you're playing, especially when you're playing by ear, right? You just slow it down, and that is the best way to do it. And after you would have learned that phrase, then you can always extend and you go to another bar or you go to another phrase and you learn it. Now, additionally, you can also change the pitch of the song. Now, I don't mess with this because I like to learn the piece or the song that I'm covering in whatever key it was written. I just believe it should stay in that key. And so if it's in F sharp major or F sharp minor or D minor, whatever it is, I'm going to learn it in that key. But just in case, let's say it's in a key that you are not so familiar, you don't know very well, like maybe C sharp major, for example, you could use this to change the pitch. And when you go down like -1 or -2, -1 is a semitone, -2 is a whole step. And if you go to the right, +1 is a half step, +2 is a whole step. Okay, so basically this is where it's at. Now I'm going to shift it down a whole step. So you could basically change it into whatever key you want it, and then you could come here and save it. Now I find that there is a challenge with this part, so that's a downside. I try to save a particular loop, but then it doesn't work. I see that the format is text, and that is not what it should be. It should be WAV or MP3. So I don't do that. But if you leave this as is, so let's say I close out of this, right? I close it out. But then the next day I come back, I want to practice the same song. I open my browser, right? And I'm going to go to time stretch. And then when I go to time stretch, I'm going to open up the same track that I was practicing the day before. What you notice, wherever I left the loop, that's where it will pick up. So if, for example, you were practicing the day before and you had the loop in the middle or somewhere down at the end and you didn't remember where you stopped, it's right there, and you just have to pick up where you left off. This is a very easy way that you can loop any song. Like, you can download an app from the App Store, or you can do it in GarageBand or Audacity or Pro Tools or Logic or Cubase, but this is the easiest way to loop any song. And then if you notice, there are no ads, there are no notifications popping up, so it makes it easier for you to focus while you're in your practice. As always, guys, push play until something happens. Peace.